I'm firefighter Scott. And this is a report on conditions.
On this episode, we take you to a 2-story residential structure fire in the city of Temecula, and we stop by the ribbon cutting of your newly built Station 5 in Quail Valley.
Engine 1 with report on conditions.
Hi, and thanks for joining us on today's episode of Report on Conditions. I'm firefighter paramedic Patrick One. We're starting in Quail Valley, where Station 5 held their ribbon cutting ceremony.
Today we are at the grand opening for Quail Valley Fire Station 5 in the city of Menifee. This brand new fire station is going to provide the ability to place modernized equipment. The old fire station bay area was too small to fit a brand new fire engine. Now we'll be able to fit that and also store some of our reserve apparatus, as well as a strategic location to better serve the community. The quality of life measure here in the city, the community has voiced that public safety is one of their number one priorities, and the City Council for the city of Menifee, along with the city staff, have executed that and maintained it as a priority.
Last week, from December 9th through December 15th, the department responded to a total of 4,107 calls for service. This included 3,032 medical emergencies and 133 fire-related calls. Here's a few incidents from that period of time. A little before 5 p.m. on Tuesday, December 10th, firefighters were called to the intersection of Paris Boulevard and Cactus Avenue in Moreno Valley for a reported traffic collision. The company officer reported a 3-vehicle collision with one patient trapped inside a vehicle. Firefighters were able to extricate the trapped patient within 15 minutes of arriving on scene. A total of 3 patients were treated, 1 patient sustaining moderate injuries and 2 with reported minor injuries. All patients were transported to a local area hospital by ground ambulance. No additional injuries were reported. On the morning of Friday, December 14th, firefighters were dispatched to a report of a structure fire at the 32,000 block of Northshire Circle in Temecula. The first arriving company officer reported a 2-story residential home with light smoke showing from the roof. The fire was contained to the garage and firefighters remained on scene for approximately 1 hour. No injuries were reported. On Saturday, December 14th, firefighters were dispatched to the 64,000 block of Harrison Street in the community of Thermal to the reports of a vegetation fire. The first arriving unit reported a 30 by 30 spot of vegetation burning at a slow rate of spread and light brush. The fire burned half an acre and firefighters remained on scene for approximately 2 hours performing mop-up. No injuries were reported.
Today, we're here at March Air Force Base conducting a multi-agency, multi-casualties incident simulation with March Air Force Base. March Air Force Base every other year has an air show, and one of the requirements is that they have a multi-casualties incident that would occur here, and we have to do it every year and train. We simulated a plane crash, one of the aircraft that was used during the air show, and we had multi-patients. The fire department came in, we support them, we come in, we treat the patients. Also, our agency calls the hospital ahead of time and let them know how many patients we have, how many patients can you receive, and then we work with AMR to transport those patients to local hospitals for evaluation and treatment. Today, I believe training went pretty well, working with all these different agencies to make sure that when we do actually have a mass casualties incident out in the public, we have worked with these other agencies. We made sure that we have common language and terminologies so that when they do happen, we can make sure they happen nice and smoothly. The participants that were playing as the victims were from Marietta High School, also a paramedic program, so they were our victims. To simulate that the mass casualties incident looks real and that the first responders get to play the role of treating patients, they had makeup artists to look like it's an actual wound, so that when they're actually at an incident, they're like, oh, I remember seeing that, and I'm gonna treat that. So I do appreciate for their participation and help to make sure that this is successful.
Oh, ho, ho! We've created some rhymes to help keep your holidays merry, bright, and most importantly, safe. Before you hang those lights with cheer, inspect the cords, it's worth the steer. No frays, no breaks, no overload, and your holidays are safety mode. When you leave or go to bed, unplug those lights just like I said. A safe tree sparkles through the night, but only when we do things right. Candles glow, but here's the deal. Flameless ones are the safest, real. They flicker bright without the flame. Fire safety wins the game. When the air is cold, the heater's nice, but take this fire safety advice. 3 feet of space, keep things away, and turn it off at the end of the day. In the kitchen, it's easy to stray, but a timer keeps fire danger at bay. Stay nearby while you stir and bake. Safe cooking choices are smart to make. When you see those lights shining bright, move to the side, pull to the right. Captain Ash says, make the way clear for emergency help that's needed here. Together we can keep the season joyful and bright, and most importantly, fire safe. Until next time, stay warm, stay safe, and have a very merry holiday season. Ho, 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 ho.
That's all for this week's Report on Conditions. Follow your firefighters in action on our social media at CalFireRRU and stay up to date on incidents happening countywide. If you caught any great footage of our firefighters at work or out in the community, send them to us at rrupio@fire.ca.gov. On behalf of your Public Affairs and Community Education Bureau, I'm Patrick One. Thanks for watching.